Can somebody get this camel off my back?
Hey, you're supposed to be on its back, not the other way around.
Well, folks, this is obviously the... Well, actually, I should say, for you dingalings who don't know World War One, this is the Sopwith Camel. One of really, the first real fighters out there next to the German fighters and so forth. I think the Americans were still behind in that. I think pea shooters came out after the... Yeah, I'm trying to remember. But, first off, this is a completely redone Sopwith Camel because I bet a lot of you have seen the older one that was decent, but it was a bit meh. Well, this is a new one. Oh, that actually started this time. That I think is it's pretty good. Like once we get airborne, you'll love the effects we get off of this airplane. It's very smoky, I might add.
Yeah, it is.
Also, yes, it is farting at the moment. I honestly can't help that. That's just a part of the air. Yep, see, look. See, when you put the throttle open up, it just goes. And yes, folks, we are here at South Bar again. And we're just taking it up for a quick flight. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jackson. The little model engine looking thing beside me is an airspeed indicator.
I don't know, I think so.
No, oh, sorry, I just bobbed out the wing. But no, there's actually a double pitot tube system just above that on the other spar. So
I don't remember which one, but there was one with the airspeed indicator on the left. It was in between the two left wings, and it looks like a
propeller.
No, never mind. I don't know how to describe it.
Folks, what I'm about to show you is a feature of this aircraft, and a lovely feature if you want to recreate a World War One drama, which we're planning on a project which may use these. Yes, I am firing my machine guns by tapping on my brake. Yes, that is literally me firing the machine guns. Imagine my surprise when I tapped on my brake and saw the gun fire off. It's actually a really fun feature. You know, Jackson, I wonder if they got the animation set to work through the prop art like it originally would. Looks like it just might. Because back in the day, folks, these things use synchronization gears to make it so the propeller, when they were shooting, the bullets would pass between the arc, meaning you wouldn't shoot your prop off. An innovative feature, but a risky one at best, because they actually had to bring out trucks with a rod on them, and I believe an engine attached to that rod to synchronize the gear, so that the guns would fire, again, as I said, through the prop arc, which is why they have that weird firing rate there, that burst fire, if you will, instead of a constant rate. Because if they went constant, there'd be an intense risk of shooting through the prop arc on the aircraft. Now, many things to notice in this cockpit is, I believe if I'm correct, that is an old feature, the older Sopwith. That is an oil pressure indicator, in a way. Well, obviously you've got your RPM indicator right there, which pretty much, because this is a constant speed fixed, no, this is a fixed pitch, not a constant speed. Since it's fixed pitch, that's pretty much your power indicator. Like right now we're at 1,200 RPM. Ironically, that's what most airplanes run their engines at on idle. And right here is our airspeed indicator. We're going about 100 miles per hour. Feels like we're going a lot faster because of the size. I believe right in front of us is supposed to be a compass. Let me move the camera down and see if the compass is just... Oh, okay. You're supposed to read the compass from lower in the seat. That's what's Oh, no. Actually, you can read it up here just fine. Alright, now I understand how to work that, because I wasn't too sure if it was broken or fixed. But you got your turn slip right there. Rudimentary turn slip, mind you. I believe this is a primer, or what is... Oh, that doesn't do anything. No, it's not that. What is that air? I don't know what that air means. There's your magnetos right there. See if we can shut them off right now and kill our engine in flight. And in typical FS fashion, just reignite it 2 seconds later, like, what the heck happened? Now, as for how the airplane flies, the rudder is sort of there, but it's not like on a modern day fighter where if you kick the rudder, or a World War II fighter, if you kick that rudder, you're not going flying. You're doing turns, but because you're not getting a much of an airflow with the rudder, you're not getting a quick turn. Like the 17 turns quickly because of that 120 miles an hour you can get over that tail. And the fact the tails are a lot bigger. And this is just a single little surface there. The roll rate is a bit slow, as you can see. And the reason I'm pitching up to do that is I want to avoid plowing to the ground, although I just have. Sopwiths are very hard to maneuver professionally. Kudos to the
HE-51s are a little bit easier.
Yeah, that's because they got that airspeed component. I think don't they fly a lot faster?
Yeah, a little bit, I think.
Yeah. This aircraft here, folks, was strictly World War I. I think HE-51s were post-war.
I think they flew in World War I.
No, the Albatrosses flew in World War One. You know, tri-motors and stuff, tri-wings and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't mean they only have one type of aircraft for World War I.
Alright, folks, give us 1 second. We'll look this up and find out for you. Alright, folks, we went and found out. According to this, HE-51s were 1933, so they were in fact post-war, but according to the wiki page, that's the HE-51W, I believe. I'm not sure if that's just on the seaplane model. But it shows one of the HE-51s was in the Spanish Civil War by Adolf something. I just forgot his first name or something. Not Adolf Hitler, not Adolf. Adolf. Not Adolf Hitler, just I think I remember that family maybe. But if you're looking to create a World War I drama or something, you got a little biplane to do it in now. It's available on Classic Wings. I don't believe it's available on Simviation. The original's available on... Yeah.
ClassicWings.net.
And folks, if I'm sounding a bit low or a bit loud, I'm still getting used to the audio mixing of this, because I won't know how it sounds to everybody else until Jackson says, oh, it sounds like this. Because if I turn it up too loud, it sounds extremely loud for me. And the guns don't work when you get them on the ground. I believe it's only when the wheels are indicated as stopped in the air. I'm not sure what triggers the effect, but it's an awesome effect. It's an awesome little biplane. Well, you know what? I think we should make this a double feature and feature the HE-51, so... We'll pull that sucker out after we go park the little Sopwith here. Because both are... And they're both biplanes. Make this a biplane special. Alright. Well, for once, folks, when Ace reads his history, he finds out that the Russians in before World War II were actually better than somebody. So, War Thunder, you're not completely wrong about your flight dynamics. Just, please, dumb down your lags, because that's totally why we gave you guys P-63 Air Cobras during World War II. Just, seriously, guys. Enough with the overpowered lags. But we found out the I-15s and I-16s were actually fighting these little babies here, the HE-51s, and the HE-51s couldn't handle it anymore because of the speed the new biplanes and monoplane was giving. This aircraft is pre-World War II, and it is like very close to the beginning of World War II it was used, so... Shut the main exit here. Pretty much the aircraft is, as we thought, after World War I. But just want to note this cockpit here. I feel like I'm snugged up in a burrito or something, man. This thing is like just It envelops the pilot.
I like it.
I'm not saying it's bad, it just feels like it's a bit tight. Now, compared to your Sopwith, it's a lot more in here because this is a lot further in aviation. I mean, heck, we had navigation at this point, so. Up there is something War Thunder doesn't have work at all. I believe in sim battles, it doesn't even work. So, if you're expecting me not to mention War Thunder a lot, I'm going to slightly mention War Thunder here because this airplane's featured there. I'm just going to mention the features because I think the flight dynamics are better in flight sim, either or, because it's flight sim. They can make the flight dynamics 10 times better. Enough said. Let's see. That's communications down there. I've yet to screw with it, so I don't know how to operate it properly. Where is the battery indicator? That is the fuel transfer pump. Oh. It's back in the day, folks, when they had to literally pump the gas. Fuel display selector switch. That's, oh. 3 tanks on board. That's good to know. That is fuel control. Starter is display high bomb load. Oh, that's what that button does.
Yep.
I thought that was a fire button or something. But, alright, let's start this wonderful biplane, which
No, the
only
little
has...
handle says fire machine gun in the circle.
What, does it actually fire them, or...?
I don't know. I didn't. I did press it a few times and didn't notice anything.
I think it's more there for decoration. The gun sight don't work, but... One thing War Thunder does have over FS is the mirror works, but that's because War Thunder built to have a reflection. Stuff that's reflection in FS that are made to be mirrors, FS doesn't know how to reflect, so it just loads a default texture there. So that's pretty much what they're doing. Now, compared to the Sopwith Camel, because of the aircraft's age, being built after, engines were better, airplanes were better. I mean, you can pull tight turns like this without stalling out. I can do a loop right now without completely stalling the biplane out. This is when aviation was starting to realize what airplanes can do.
Yep.
That airplanes can pull tight, fast maneuvers and put the pilot under tremendous G-loads and make it out just fine. And if this is War Thunder, I would have bombed those buildings.
I don't know. You can drop them. They just show.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that's if it was War Thunder, I would have dropped the bomb on that.
I know.
Now this airplane compared to the Sopwith, they're both equally beautiful. I mean, the modeling on these things is just superior. It's like, I look at these payware companies, like Just Flight just released the Chipmunk, that, if anybody wants to go look at my horrid, older Chipmunk video, you'll see that that old Chipmunk was the best one we had. Just Flight finally released one that looks better. It's like the Just Flight Tiger Moth. I don't know when the Ants airplane Tiger Moth came out, but, it's better than the Just Flight and, what's the other? I think someone else made it. I can't think of who else made the Tiger Moth. I mean, granted, if it was made after the fact, okay, then never mind. But if they made it after the Tiger Moth was made by Ant, seriously, guys, you can do better than that if it was made after the fact. But we're just doing a quick touch and go here, folks. It's not going to actually land her just yet. Wish I had some hangers to barnstorm in this thing. But it's actually a very good airplane to fly in formation. We actually were gonna do that in War Thunder once, you know, fly it in formation, and that day did not end well, Jackson. That day did not end well.
I don't remember too greatly.
Good,
because I don't remember anything bad. Which is good.
No, it's not.
What?
Pretty much, folks. We had Jackson in HE-51H3. Me and, I think it was Cam, me and Tyler were in...
Now I remember. Shit.
Yeah. Cam me and two other friends were following Jackson in HE-51s. Now we were in a custom session because heck, we would never be able to pull this off in multiplayer. We were seeing if it was possible until I forgot to lock the custom battle. An F8F Bearcat showed up. We were crapping ourselves. Then an F8DC, ME-262, Comet, the Japanese Comet, F9F Panther. Even we changed maps, and me and another friend were in B-25s. Our B-25s couldn't shoot the jets down quick enough, so that day ended disastrously. But at least if you fly the HE-51 flight sim, you want to relive our horrible day.
Yep.
Though I'd watch out for those Russians, though. I think I've seen them around the hills there that are watching us. So, just be careful when you're flying this thing. You don't want to tick off some Russians. If they're from the correct era, like if they're from the era this plane's from, like the I-16s and 15s, then worry. But if they're Lag 3s and anything later than that, don't worry. You can probably outmaneuver them because at that point they were going for speed over maneuverability. So,
yeah.
which, granted, that's why we had to give them airplanes, because they didn't have any decent airplanes. But enough about War Thunder's overbalancing issue. But let's go park this fantabulous biplane. Now, both of these biplanes are up on classic wings. They're up there. They're free. They're all for FS. Have fun with them. These are fun little things to fly. Have yourself a little air battle with the I would not recommend the Sopwith to battle these things, because this would kick the Sopwith's rear end easily.
Yep.
Sopwith was made at a time when wings were stubby and thick and weren't built aerodynamically. The HE-51 here was made when biplanes actually had flaps. Which I can see why this turns better than the Sopwith right now, because the Sopwith has a double aileron. Top wing and bottom wing have an aileron, but they're so small. The HE-51's aileron here is very big, giving it a quicker roll rate. Same with its rudder. It looks like it's bigger than the Sopwith.
Yeah, it is.
Same with the elevator control surfaces. It's all better, but these two fantabulous biplanes are up on Classic Wings. We'll give you the link to the Classic Wings site. And yes, you will see the Hughes XF11 there. We have to get the README wrote up for that, but it'll be up soon. So, have fun with your biplanes, and just watch out for those Russians. Especially if it's an I-16. Just watch it. They like rockets. Enough said.